My wife had a confrontation with a woman in a grocery store over perfume.
Let's talk about that. Good Mythical Morning.
Okay, so something happened to me, well, happened to my wife and included me that I want to share with you and get a little conversation. I think there may be some conclusions for us to reach collectively.
I love conclusions.
We were coming home from somewhere in the minivan. I was driving with the kid, being the perfect father. We need some marshmallows and some cereal. Don't we all?
Whoa, marshmallows for what?
So we, actually for a sculpture that the kids were doing. It involves toothpicks. It's another story entirely. Well, we're a strange family.
Yeah.
But what are you? So we pull into the Ralph's and I'm like, okay.
I don't know what to say to that. That's a teaser. Stick around.
We pull into the Ralph's and I'm like, all right, Christy, I'm just gonna sit in the car with the kids like I always do when you're gonna go to the grocery stores. No need to take the whole family in tow in there. That's a bunch of havoc. Now, typically what happens when Christy comes back out of the grocery store, I'm the one who looks like I've been put through the ringer after spending like 18 minutes with 3 kids at each other's throats in a hot minivan, you know?
You need to take them on a drive. Roll the windows down.
And Christy, I did roll the windows down, but Christy wouldn't know where to find me. But this time when Christy came out, I could tell by the look on her face that she had just been through something.
Okay.
So I'm like, she gets in the front, I was like, what's wrong? It was really crowded in there? She was like, no, I just had this very weird confrontation. I'm like, what happened?
Confrontation?
This is what happened. She's on an aisle, walking, I guess getting some cereal, and then all of a sudden she hears in a very loud voice, I can smell your perfume from way over here. She turns around.
What?
Halfway down the aisle, there is a woman who has removed one earbud and is staring at my wife. And I was like, what did you say? Chrissy's like, I said, excuse me? The woman says, I can smell your perfume from way over here. And then Chrissy's like, I'm not wearing any perfume. And the woman's like, you don't have to get defensive. I mean, it smells good. I can just smell it from way over here.
This woman was crazy.
And then this was like a 40-year-old woman in like yoga pants.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch those.
And so then Chrissy's like, no, I don't wear perfume because it gives my husband a headache.
True.
And then it is true. And then she's like, puts the earbud back in and turns and then starts pulling a magazine off the magazine rack, starts reading it.
Well, I can smell somebody's perfume.
She didn't say that.
I don't know whose it is.
And then Christy.
What kind of person does this?
Continues out of there and then gets back to the car. So I'm like, that's all you said? I was like, my first reaction was, I would have said, well, I can smell your bad attitude from way over here. And I wouldn't have said bad, I would have said another B word. Because I would have just unleashed it.
You wouldn't have done that. You would have never done that.
No, I wouldn't have. You're right, Rhett. The more I thought about it.
Did you go back in?
No, I didn't go back in. I was bumfuzzled in the car, her telling me the story, and we were driving away at that point.
I turn around, yoga pants. Where's that 40-year-old woman with yoga pants and earbuds? You smelling my wife's non-existent perfume? But you want to fight? You want to fight me? Huh? That's what I would have done.
Well, I thought if I were in her shoes, what I would do, and I wouldn't have lashed back out at her. I would have probably done what Chrissy was like, excuse me? What?
Well.
And just left it at that.
And I got to admit that's what I would have done. I mean, just recently when we went to Sundance, there was I was walking down the street, and the dude just says, I'm walking down the sidewalk, he's walking up the sidewalk, and as he gets right in front of me, he looks at me in the eye and he says, why don't you tease that hair up a little bit more?
I heard this. And then he keeps going by, and I look at you, and you're just like.
I don't stop at all. I'm just like,
you didn't say anything.
Nothing. And I don't know. I think it's where we're from. Like, it isn't that. If I can stop and plan a confrontation and I'm going to confront this person at 3 p.m. after school or whatever, I can kind of
meet me behind the Ralphs.
I can do that.
I'll be the woman with all the cereal.
But in the moment, I am never capable of coming up with anything snappy to say. Now, my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Ashley.
Yeah.
She is great at this. I've seen it happen before. I don't have a for instance, but my wife has seen it more often than she has. It's a lot of times it'll be like a guy who's like kind of hitting on her or saying something kind of flirtatious or something just kind of inappropriate, and she always has these incredible comebacks, and the guy's like doesn't know what to do. And I'm like, how does she do that? She's at the ready. She's got this little arsenal of comebacks.
I think that's the question exactly. Is that because none of us would have said anything to that woman differently than what Christy said. I know I wouldn't. You said you wouldn't. But is it the type of thing that we should be ready to counteract the rudeness?
Yes.
And be totally there?
Yes.
Well, let me present the other side, because I don't think so. You can let me know what you think. Because at best case, someone who says something rude like that is just having a really bad day. Okay, we've all had our bad days. Maybe we've said things. We typically say things we shouldn't say to our loved ones, but not total strangers, which is the sad fact. But maybe this person, best case, is just having a bad day. Just let the storm blow over and don't make it worse for her. Worst case, though, think about this, Rhett. Worst case, this person's mentally unstable. I mean, this is Los Angeles. There's all types
What's she going to do, wrap her earbud around your neck and choke you?
Yes.
I mean,
dude, it's
you
thin.
say this woman
you
is
don't
having,
think an earbud could choke you?
Well, potentially.
You don't
in
think
the
there's
right hands.
You don't think that there's yoga pants wearing women in Los Angeles who'd want to come up behind you?
Well, okay. Potentially. But I honestly feel
you gotta watch.
I don't believe in.
You just can't be confrontational. It's like road rage. You can't be confrontational.
I don't
want to
be the person who instigates these kinds of things. But a woman or a man, anyone who has the gumption to stop what they're doing, pull the earbud out, smell you from a distance, and didn't even smell you, and says, "I can smell you." That person's not having a bad day. That person is having a bad life. That person they may be messed up in the head, but I'll tell you one thing, they need to know that that's inappropriate. I'm not saying I would have done it, but what I think your wife should have done, and I wouldn't have done it, but if like you could go back in time, I'd be like, "Excuse me?" Walk up there in her face and be like, "Can you say that again?" And she's like, "I can smell your, can you smell it now?" Let's role play.
No, but my point is, the whole point of this is to decide.
Ask me if you can smell a perfume.
If you're going to do it in the future.
Tell me you can smell a perfume.
I can smell your perfume from way over here.
Hey, excuse me? What'd you say?
I said, I can smell your perfume from way over here.
Can you smell it now?
No,
smell it now.
I can't smell it.
You know why? Because I don't wear perfume, and it's entirely inappropriate to point somebody out. You know what? Let's go find the person who's wearing that perfume. What do you want to do to him? You want to beat him up? Let's go beat somebody up. Is that what you're looking for? What would that person do? That person would be like, well, I'm never saying that again.
Be like, hey.
And I believe that is the right thing to do.
My weightlifting husband, come over here and smash this punk in the face. You're mentally unstable just like me, right, Larry? Come over here. And then all of a sudden, Larry's mentally unstable, all in your face.
And you know what I do then?
He's shirtless.
You know what I do?
And he's cutting you with
No, I run.
cereal boxes.
I'm incredibly fast. If Larry comes around the corner, then I run. But I'm just saying, in general, I think that we should be prepared. You should you should be on the ready.
And you're saying you need to do that in order to short circuit these people, to teach them a lesson so they don't keep doing it. I admire that, but I just think the risk is too high.
Something that crazy. Now, sometimes you pull out in front of somebody, they've got road rage, they want to engage you, they roll down your window. At that point, I think you should just look straight on and just diffuse the situation. But this thing about the perfume, this is crazy town. This person needs to be put in their place.
I think
that's my opinion.
I think your position is about self-satisfaction. Maybe it is. I wanted to feel good. I wanted Christy to feel better about this situation by giving her a piece of her mind.
Well, let's do this. I think that we should be ready and we should role play a little bit. In Good Mythical More, we will role play a little bit. You can insult my hair and I'm going to come up with something. I'll insult something about you. You come up with something and we'll just have something just in case we have to bring this out in real life.
Okay, thanks for liking and commenting on this episode. Go to netflix.com/RhettandLink. Get a free trial. Support the show.
You know what time it is.
I am Amanda from Alberta, Canada. It's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
If you like to wear shoes, you know what? We make one of those. It's called the Mythical Shoe. This is the Mythical Shoe 2.0.
We actually make 3. Pink, black,
we
and
got all
leather.
kinds of colors,
Great.
all kinds of materials. Well, 2 materials. And go to RhettandLink.com/store where you can pick them up.
Click through to Go Mythical More where we confront some jerks roleplay-wise.
Rhett thinks Link is a clone of the original Link.
All right. Good episode, man. My back's a little bit sweaty, though. I don't know why.
A
little hot.
Hold on a second. Look at me.
Talking about my wife confronting a jerk. What? Don't touch my glasses.
Do you remember when we met? First grade?
Yes. We were held in from recess.
Tell me. Yeah. But
writing nasty words on our desks.
Yeah.
Had to color pictures of mythical beasts.
What were the words?
What were the words?
Yeah. What were the words we wrote?
Well, I don't want. I mean, they're fart in hell, man. I mean,
no,
there you go, making me say these horrible words.
Why
are you asking me these questions?
It was farting.
Why? Oh my goodness.
Are you a clone?
No. Are you a foul-mouthed sailor?
Hey, those glasses aren't trendy enough, man. They need to be trendier.
Well, how about tastier? I'm gonna shove them down your throat, and you can crap out my sunglasses, and then I'll make you eat them again.
They're not sunglasses.
And then
they're regular glasses. That was good, though.